right there. Look over your shoulder now.
It was wonderful. I mean, like, being on set with her was just a blessing, and she's so sweet, and she's such an auntie in the way of, like, she's got so much spirit and so much love, and it was just like she just like filled my cup. It was great. Yeah.
Was there any like words of wisdom or things that she said about now
yeah
that she passed
yeah
away?
Totally. I think, like, so following that conversation that we had prior to all of that, I really wanted to get her guidance, and I really wanted to get her blessing, really, because she did such a beautiful job, and I mean, it was iconic. I can't compare to that in that sort of way. It's her own thing, and she honestly, as soon as I got on the phone with her and I was asking her, like, you know, how do I do this? She was like, what, girl? She was like, I was the animated version. She's like, girl, you are like, in person, you're real life, like, you know, like, you are Nani, like, they casted you for a reason, so own it. And I was like, oh, okay, like, that's really cool. Like, she gave me just like the freedom to do so, and along that, you know, with all the support surrounding, I continued to do it.
Maya, straight ahead, Maya, right here, Maya.
Right in front of you, Maya. Maya, right in front of you.
No, it was cool. It was. I mean, VFX and I and all of us were very collaborative in that sort of way. Of each scene had to be something different, puppet, or, you know, an X or a dog or whatever.
Yeah,
yeah.
So you see all of these equipment right here. If we had to do a scene with Stitch right now, Disney would have to grab like one of the leaves or like a little flower, and then they will be like, you see this? Can you look at this? Okay. How about over here? Yeah. Okay, look at that right there. Okay, action.
Spot on.
That was Stitch. Oh my god.
And they did a wonderful job recreating
They
him.
did.
And Chris, big smile.
This is very much Dean's interpretation of the original, but I was able to come back in to do the voice. Dean actually, I had, same as Tia, I had heard that they were going to be doing a possible live action, so I was very hopeful that I would be contacted to reprise the voice at the very least, and he did. Dean, I have to be clear. Dean Fleischer is my co-writer and co-director on the first one. Dean Fleischer is the director of this one. So Dean Fleischer reached out. He emailed me, and he asked if I'd be interested. And I immediately wrote back and said absolutely, because I've done Stitch's voice ever since. So I said yes. He called me. We had a great conversation, and then it took about a year or so before I was actually called into the studio. So that was, I was getting a little anxious, like, they're going to call me, right? I said yes, right?
Because we were filming the movie, see?
Yeah, because they were doing the movie, so I couldn't, yeah. It's nice.
After talking to her, she's like, she's got that tough thing, and she's like, she wants to do her best, and she's really earnest, and maybe she doesn't have all the things together, but she's got heart and she's got strength, and you see it on screen. So I was like, just trust in yourself. And that's what I wish somebody had told me when I was younger. Trust that you have all the gifts and all the strength that you need to do this, because you have it. You're almost there. Just keep believing in yourself.
Welcome to the world.
Yeah, that's what I love about it. In the previous interview, I was talking to some people from Hawaii, and there's a term in Hawaii called Hanai family, Hanai, and it's like the adopted family, the, you know, calabash aunt or uncle, or the mother figure. You know, it's like, you know, I spent a lot of time raised by my grandma during my teen years, and so it's like family is as you cobble it together, and these are the people that love you and support you.
In the African American tradition, our children have a lot of aunties and uncles, and there's sometimes Daddy, is that my real uncle? Is that a play auntie, or is that my real auntie?
Is that actually your brother, mommy?
You just call him brother? Is that really your brother, Daddy? Is that all brothers? We're all brothers. Is that what that means?
Well, it takes a village to raise a kid.
Yes. So.
We had the task of kind of figuring out, taking every little piece that we wanted to carry over from the animated film and sort of inspecting it and figuring out, well, why does it work in animation, and would that work in live action, and if not, what's something that kind of rhymes with that, or, you know, like embodies the essence of what people love about the original. So, I guess that was the overarching ethos in the way that we approached it. But we, every decision is like, there's 100 probably dead ends that we took to try to figure out different ways to make it work, and then we landed on the solution that we did. So I guess I can't tell you specifically, but
no, I think some of it for us too was like, if you as a fan would be mad that wasn't in the live action movie, like that should probably stay, And then so there's certain flags you plant where you're like, no, those are great moments or great lines, or the moment of little but broken but still good. There's things that did feel like it's so in the DNA of it that has to be in there. But then, as Dean talks about, there's so many sort of winding paths you take for how does this feel credible and believable in live action.
Hey, Dean.